Hey guys, Rick Shaw here. I got no word on the white blood cell count thing. They'll let me know. I called them and they said the fellow that would know that wasn't in, and I'll have to wait. Try to call him again tomorrow. I called too late today, I guess. I guess that guy went home real early. But they took all my stuff and they moved it way up. They had me scheduled for the next appointment, 31st of December, and then a couple more in January. And since it's a different hospital than the VA, since they have nobody in there, they moved everything up to the 18th. They're going to be cleared out on the 16th, 17th, something like that. So they got me. I have to go in to get my heart checked. There's 2 different tests they're going to do on my heart. Make sure that it's ready to go for this stem cell transplant, which should be no problem. And then they're going to do a bone scan. And if they got most of this out of me, then I get admitted. I go 5 days of these shots that build up the white blood cells, and then they're going to do the extraction. They got to take them from here for some reason. I don't know why, but they put a thing right here. So then they're going to go in there off that vein, off the heart, and they're going to grab the white blood cells, put them away, and then they're going to blast my immune system, which is the part that worries me. And then after that, then they come back in. They'll put the stem cells back in a couple days later, and then they'll keep me for a full 2 weeks, and then they're going to transfer me over to the VA in an observation area, and I'll be there for 2 weeks. If everything goes well, they said it doesn't even have to be 2 weeks. Depends on what my blood numbers are and the white blood cells. So that'll be tested over there daily. So I said, okay. So this is where we're at. They keep telling me I'm starting to feel a little bit better. It seems like every day I'm a little better. My back's out. I've had back trouble my whole life. This cold weather's got my back out, but the kidney's not hurting so bad, and I'm moving around better. I just can't stand up straight, so that's good. But I did get an early Christmas present. I got one of those. It's an iron. It's made by a company called Q, and the head of it adjusts. It goes from like a 3-iron all the way up to a wedge, and you just push it in and it turns. It's kind of hard to do. I put a little bit of 40WD on there and got that pretty good. And it moved it a little bit easier there. You could feel the gears in there, and you could put it in between, like between the 7 and 8. You could put it halfway in between that if you want. So you got a 7.5 before you get to 8. So that was kind of neat. I haven't hit it. I'll try it. I don't even know if I can swing good, but I got some balls, and we'll go out when that field clears. We'll hit a few and see how it goes. My wife's got clubs. That's what she got for Christmas, and we'd like to go. We'd like to go golfing. She was a caddy for 16 years, and she likes to golf, and that's something we could do when the kids go to school. And I know if we move to PA, the golf courses there are extremely cheap. Compared to here. Here you can play 18 holes for $20. There, 9. Much cheaper through the week. Seniors discount and all that kind of stuff. So we're looking forward to something like that. And things are going okay. I'm glad I'm just now starting to feel better. I'm going to go on a fast starting tomorrow for maybe 5-6 days, clear things out. I haven't been eating any sugars at all. Everything I eat, I'm watching to keep away from the sugar. I don't want this cancer to start growing so that they stop what they're doing. And they said if they do the stem cell, that's just going to be it. And I talked to a few people who had it, and they're like, "It's nothing. Just do it." And the one was 7 years. Another guy was 15 years after he had his same cancer. And he says he's fine. He goes in every year for a checkup, 6 months for blood work, and every year for a checkup. And he said that was 15 years ago. The one girl was 7 years ago. It seems like they can really get a hold of this multiple myeloma and get rid of it. So we'll see how it goes. And I still got my hair, which is a good thing. They said this one might take my hair out. We'll see. They told me the last one would too, so I don't know. Turn it darker though, turn it black. So maybe it'll turn it purple and then it'll fall out. I look like one of them ultra limbs. I've been watching these cartoons and YouTube guys. I can't believe these people pissing and moaning and screaming and hollering and crying. It's like, man, get back to the institution. Take a pill, something. I didn't know anybody who did that when Bidehole got in. And these guys do everything. Oh, the world's gonna come to an end just because some guy got in. Come on, give me a break. These people, they're delusional. They drank the Kool-Aid. It's a real shame. But I got a nice golf bag too. Let me tell you later on. I'll show you this cool little golf bag that I got for Christmas. I like, it's just a little tiny one. It's a little teeny tiny one. And it's you just stand it up there like that. But it's got my Callaways in there. I've had these for a long time. My putter, I've had this putter since I started golfing. I'll never get rid of it. Never. But this is that club. If I can get it out of there. See, it's got the, where's the, oh, yeah, I got to turn it this way. Hold on, guys. Yeah, there's where you adjust it. It goes all the way around to these different adjustments. So that's, I don't know how well I'm going to hit it. I'll try it. I always was a good iron player. When I first was golfing, my dad said, you're pretty good with the woods. You hit them really far. So he told me, he said, when I was first golfing, he says, just go out with one club. Pick a club and a putter. And just go play with that. So I think I took a 7-iron. I guess smack a 7-iron about 200. Used to could. And or less, whatever. And then I did that. And then I just started adding irons. And I played for quite a while with no woods in the bag at all. They used to call me Iron Man down at the golf course because I had 2 golf courses I was a member of. And then I wound up breaking the woods out. Had these things forever. This is the Callaways. Some guy had them real cheap. It was a driver, a 3 and a 5 wood. And there, let's see, where's it at? There we go. And these, but I got steel shafts. The dude didn't like the steel shaft, so I got them pretty cheap. Sorry for the lights out. Let me put this cover back on. So I got them real cheap from him years ago, and I'll never get rid of these guys. Driver, I was always able to hit longer and farther and straighter than any other club I had. The 3 wood, same thing, and the 5 wood, that I call it my trouble club, because when the ball on the fairway gets in the rut or it's in the woods, and I can get them out with that. Hood it, open it, do whatever. I can do all kinds of crazy stuff with that one. I love that little club. Never want to get rid of them. And but that, I travel light. And I hope I can use this stuff. I don't know how well I'm going to do, Mike. I know I wouldn't be able to do a full swing. I know that already. I'm gonna start some more flexing. I tried to get the physical therapy down at the VA, but the close one here, Palmer, won't pick me up. And for me to go down to the VA for physical therapy, that's going to be a couple hours in the car. So I just put it off until I get there. If I'm down there for another appointment, I try to get the physical therapy to fit me in, and they're gonna try to coordinate down there. They're pretty nice people down at the VA. They work with you really well. So, and I'd like to get my flexibility back. And I'm retired. Hey, I want to go golfing. I want to go golfing. I played golf a long time, 10 years before. I played in the Philippines for first year or 2 I was there. And then it just got too expensive. When the kids started coming, we were going to resorts and stuff. And for me to blow a whole day on golfing at $100, forget it. It wasn't worth it to me. That's cheap golf in the Philippines, $100. And getting there, you jump in the car. These courses might take you forever to get there with the traffic. You got to give a caddy the tip, and it was slow playing. You know, there on Filipino golf courses, it's nothing for a 6-hour, 7-hour round of golf because they move so slow and nobody gets out of the way. I've never seen, they will not let you pass them or stop. It just doesn't happen that way. There can be nobody in front of them for 5 holes, doesn't matter. You ain't passing them. So I kind of got to where I just didn't even want to go anymore. And I just quit. I didn't go. So I brought my woods with me. The irons needed replacements. They needed replaced. They were pretty much wore out. The faces were on them. I knew that. A couple of them broke because the shafts rusted from the inside and broke. So I was like, hell with it. And then I got this for Christmas, so I don't have to worry about irons now. I'm all set. And I'll see how good it works. After I hit it, I'll let you guys know how it works, you golfers out there, and tell you if it's decent or not. And I mean, I'll give you the real skinny on it because I don't like, if something's no good, I'm going to let you know. And if it is good, I'm going to let you know that too. So I'm looking forward to getting out and doing it. And my wife and I, we're going to start putting in the living room. We got a big open area in the living room, and the way I always putted, we put a golf ball by each other's feet, and then we have another ball that we try to hit the golf ball by their feet. Instead of a hole, just hit the ball. And then you go back and forth. I'm pretty good at that. Real good at that. And our floor in there, it's got some curve to it because this is wood. It's a house from, it was built in 1962. And the wood was wore out in certain spots. And then they put the padding and the carpeting. So there are little dips in there. And the ball, you can shoot the ball and it'll turn just like on a green. So that'll be fun they never leveled it when they put the carpet in. When I my house, when I was going to put the carpet in the living room, it was bowed and messed up. And I got this stuff. We put duct tape at the doorways, and then you mix this stuff in 5-gallon buckets. It's like a concrete plaster mix. You put your plaster down, you pour it in the middle of the floor, and it levels the floor. And you can nail through whatever. It stays pliable. And then that way we put really good padding down, and then I put the carpet down, and that made it perfectly level. But they didn't do that here. So that'll be something. But I got my my sweetie. Well, I better not say anything here because she watches this, but she's going to have some pretty cool stuff for Christmas too. My nose was running all day. I got out a little bit today one time just to walk up and get the mail. It wasn't cold out there. It was nice to get a little bit of air. It felt good getting out because it's warm in here now. The heater's working. I got the fan going because it's been, well, it actually gets pretty hot in here. Window was open today for a while. We have no way of regulating the heat. They turn it on, and if it starts getting hot in here, the only way we can cool down is open up the windows. So we had the living room windows and the bedroom windows open, just a crack to keep it from getting too hot in here. At least it's on now. And nighttime it gets pretty warm. You can sleep without a cover. I haven't been using a cover because it just get too hot. I don't want to be sweaty. But kids went back to school the day after they had their vacation, and they're back now. So they're pretty happy. They got when it was snowing, it was real nice. They had the snow and they got to sled ride a little bit, and so they had some fun out there in the snow. But most of the snow is gone now. A little bit on the grassy areas, but not much. Faye wanted to run up to the store on the bike, and I said, "Not yet. Let's wait another day, another couple of days of sunshine." It was sunny, and then it got gloomy later in the day today. Now they're calling for sunshine. It rained. And I said, "You can't get out there. If it freezes, we're going down." With me on there by myself, I don't have a problem. But when she's on there, if it starts going over, her legs are too short to help me hold it up. And I definitely don't want to fall down. So, but I got my waterproofing stuff came. Guys, I'm going to tell you what. I used to use copper naphthalene. If you want to do outside canvas stuff or anything you don't want water to come through, if you want to make a bucket out of cloth, copper naphthalene, and you put it on in whatever canvas or cotton, it's done. But it stinks and it stains. It stains things green because of the copper. But if you want to do your clothes, trust me on this one, guys. You buy this stuff right here. Okay? It's the best I've ever found. And then what I did was I bought, this was like $9. I bought this pump sprayer. Walmart. I used to say Kmart, but it's Walmart. And I did the hat already. I did my Aussie hat from Australia. I put one coat on it. Tomorrow I'll put another coat. It's dry already. And once you put that stuff on, it'll hold water. Whatever material you got, you can hold water. It's as good as the copper naphthalene, but it doesn't stain. But the problem with it doesn't last as long as copper naphthalene. This stuff will wear out, whereas 2 years from now I'm going to have to recoat them again. The copper naphthalene, you put it on your canvas, your coveralls, your jacket, whatever, and you're done. You never have to replace it. I had one of those dusters, like the Australian duster with the cape thing on the shoulder. And my mother bought it for me one year for Christmas. And I thought, boy, that'd make a nice raincoat, but it was black, and it was made out of like a canvas. I don't think, it was cotton, but it was a real heavy cotton. Well, what I did was, instead of spraying it on, I put it in a 5-gallon bucket, and I just dumped the copper naphthalene in there, and I left it soak in it overnight. The next morning, I pulled it out, put it on a hanger, and left it drip dry. I'm not kidding you guys. That's the best raincoat I ever had. I never got wet wearing that. And then I had a hat just like the one I have now. The same thing was waterproofed. I could go out in the pouring rain. I wouldn't get just a little bit maybe on my face. But that kept me good and dry. So those are things that you can use if you want to winterproof or wetproof any of your clothes. Copper naphthalene, though, it takes 2 or 3 weeks for the smell to get out of the clothes, and if you bring it in the house before that, it's going to stink the whole house up for a month. I'm telling you, it just lingers. But this stuff here, you put it on. I went outside, sprayed it on. I left it dry somewhat, brought it in. It smelled a little bit for half an hour. The kids noticed it, but when my wife come home, she never said a word about it. So I didn't want to leave my hat outside in case somebody grabbed it. But working on my golf bag, getting stuff in it. Maybe next month we'll get some golf balls, I might get some for Christmas. I don't know. But I want to get that done, and then my sweeties. And we'll just go to the golfing range. We'll go out here behind the place and just take a wedge and just hit back and forth to each other, close, and then or hit them out and then go over there and hit them back. I just got to make sure she don't hit, shank it and hit anybody's window or hit them in the woods or whatever. But that's what we're looking forward to. That I also got some wiffle balls. I was looking for them. I knew I had them. I don't know where they're at. I thought I put them over here, but I got some of them plastic wiffle balls that are golf ball size you can hit also. And you could put a mighty swing on them, and they only go 15, 20 yards. So we can do them too. But I would love to if she gets her game up to snuff and I'm still able to play, have a husband-wife team, because they have that they used to have it at the club I used to go to in Pennsylvania. But I don't know if they have it now. We'll have to find out. But if they do, that would be fun, because I know she's pretty decent. She's pretty decent at the game, and wasn't too bad. I don't know how I'm going to play now. She's probably going to beat me now. I don't know if I can swing, but I always, a lot of times I'll see a guy, he'll be 200 yards out, and he tries to make it to the green. And then he'll either wind up in a sand trap, he'll go long, he'll go short, and then, if it does hit the green, it goes off the back or something stupid. What I do if I'm at 200 yards, I'll pull out a 60-degree wedge and hit it 100 yards. And then I'll go walk up to it and hit it another 100 yards and drop it on the pin. I'm not going to try to make it in one. If I took maybe a 7-iron or a 6-iron, I might make it, but am I going to be able to stop it? It depends on the green. So I play a different game than most people. I'm real conservative at it. If I can go a whole round without losing a golf ball, that's a good game for me. because I'm cheap. But we'll have to get some golf balls. And I went actually I had in my bag 3 golf balls for, I don't know, it was maybe a year or 2 until I lost all 3 of them and had to go buy some. And they were getting wore out anyway, though. But golfing, it's a lot of fun, guys. I wish I was in a warmer climate where I could golf year round. I know when I was out in California, you golfed all year round, and I went to some beautiful courses out there. Man, I went to a canyon course one time. The thing was only 150 yards, but it was over this big hole in the ground that had water. And the guy said, I know you hit real long. You better take your driver. I said, I don't need a driver here. It's 150 yards. He trusts me on this one. And I watched everybody hit it into this big hole. And they were using wood, so I took my driver. I was the only one who made it over, and I didn't even make the green. I was short of the green. Something about that big hole just slowed your ball down or something. I don't know what it did, but a driver at 150 yards, and I came up short. I did like 130 yards, but I was able to chip it up on the green and got out of there with a par. But I was the only one who got a par out of my group, and the other guys all had to go down and then hit across. They went down to where it was like 60 yards to the right of that big hole, and then they were using their regular 60-yard club. So that was the strangest hole I ever played, but I had a lot of fun out there. Had some nice holes that were wide open where I could just really swing away and show some of the guys at work, yeah, I can hit it real far. I've had a 400-yard drive already. I've had a lot of them over 300. I won one long drive, 382 was the winning one, and it was the bonus ball. All of them were just off the fairway. Then I just finally said, what the heck? And I didn't even swing as hard. I just took a lighter swing, and that one was only maybe 2 feet from going out of bounds, or off their fairway, they called it, at 382. But I had a bunch of them where I won it, like even 340 and stuff, local ones. You don't win much. One time I won golf shoes, another time a golf shirt, stuff like that. And then the one place, the longest drive got a free membership for a year. Well, I wasn't missing that one, and I won that also. So that was really cool. $450 membership. And you could golf anytime you wanted. And then the next year, I paid for it the next year. I loved that course. But I just saw when we were there, they're building houses around the golf course. You can buy a lot, and then they put the house in there. I wouldn't want to live on a golf course, to be honest with you, because you're going to get your windows broke. But that's pretty cool that they're doing that. If I could pick way back, like by the 13th hole, I'd take a lot over there. That would be kind of cool because nobody's hitting towards your house. They're always hitting away from it. I know where the big open space is. That would be a cool place, but that place would probably already be gone. And it's right by the clubhouse, right at the back of the clubhouse. They said if you buy the lot and build a house there, you got the membership. And I think there was going to be 80 lots being sold, but pretty expensive, pretty damn pricey, real pricey. But a nice course. That course is one of the oldest operating in the country. It was from the 1800s. And the fellow that manages it now is doing a really good job. I just took a quick spin by on the way out of town just to look at it. And I was like, boy, it was really looking, even though it was December, it was looking in great shape. Better than when I was here. And that was my course. So the other course that I played at, the farmer built it, and it was a great course. Just a little short course, but a lot of fun and real cheap to play. Him and his son got in an argument, and he took a damn tractor and plowed it all up. The idiot. And it's gone. It's a farmer's field now. So I thought, wow, what? The guy, he was a real prick. He actually threw me off the course. There was a guy in front of me, an old man, and his wife, and then the grandkid. And they weren't playing, just the kid was playing. And we were behind him, and they didn't know to let you through. So I thought, let him go. Well, he was driving his cart onto the green. When I got to the second hole, I says, hey, you can't do that. You cannot drive the cart within 30 feet of the screen. Don't go on the green. So we get to the next hole, and he does the same thing. He was like, F you. The old guy. He drives it on the green. He's putting these big ruts in the green with the tires from the cart. Oh, boy. So we get to the third hole, and the owner was doing some work there, and he drives on the green. Of course, he had a fit and threw the guy off, and then threw me out. He said, "You're a member here. You should have thrown him out." Hey, man, I never got a dime from you. I never got a paycheck from you. I don't work for you. I mentioned to the guy he shouldn't do that. "Well, you should have called us." I don't have a phone. How the hell am I going to call you? Here you are. Now you stopped him. You throw him. You get out of here and don't come back. Okay, so I took him to court. Well, the judge, when he came in, he was being a real jerk. The judge was getting ready to hold him in contempt because he wouldn't shut his mouth. And the judge finally said, "Mr. French, he's either going to give you your money back and enough money to go to a membership on another course," which was prohibitive because I brought a paper in for like a $6,000 course, and he was no, "or he's going to give you a lifetime membership that he can't throw you off." And that's what he did. I got you could golf anytime you want, verbal at the court. And but then I got to the point where I just didn't even want to go there anymore because the guy was just a mean, nasty guy. He could stick his course. I did like it though because you could play the whole course with just a couple of irons. There was only the last holes were the only long ones, 9 and hole 18. Those were the only two long ones, 500 plus yards. The rest of them were all short ones, 230, 180, like that. So, but it was a neat course. A lot of unusual. There was one hole. It was kind of long. I guess it was 300 yards. And you couldn't see the green, and it was sloped like this. But if you shot it off to the right with a 2-iron, you could bounce it into the green. I got on that green just about every time I played it, and everybody was, "Wow, you did that with an iron." Because you had to use an iron. If you used a driver, it'd come down, boom, and stop. Whereas if you used an iron, it would just keep skipping along. If you could clear the top of the hill, it would just go to the other side and just skip all the way into the green. And they had the back of the green, they had real high grass, so the worst that ever happened, it would hit that high grass and stop. And that's just still pretty cool. So I did like that course, but you get these jokers that own it that they think they own the whole world. But excuse me, my wife made synagogue tonight. Boy, that was good. But I hope you guys are all doing well. I was talking to my buddy in Philippines earlier, and he was just saying, I don't know his buddy, but his one best friend. This is what happened in the Philippine guys, and learn this and know it. He was just a regular guy. Everything was fine. He saw him a week ago. They had lunch. Everything was fine. And then I guess he had some chest pains. They threw him in a tricycle, and in the tricycle on the way to the hospital, heart attack. Because it takes so long. You can't get there in time with the traffic and everything. So that guy's a goner. I didn't personally know him, but I feel bad for my buddy. He lost one of his friends. And that's just the way it goes. But if you're in the Philippines and you got any health problems, come home. They got life flight ambulances. And in this area, I know in this area, I don't know how it is anywhere else. Dang. You don't pull over for a damn ambulance, you're in trouble. Because the ambulance has got 5 or 6 cop cars following them. And you don't pull over, you're getting pulled over. And it's a big ticket here. You get out of the way. And they do. Now, the ambulances, the police, they'll run ahead, and they got some kind of flicker, and it changes the light for them. I just found that out. That's pretty cool. So that way there's not going to be too much in the way of accidents or anything because everybody else has got a red light. I think it turns them all red is what it does. It turns all the lights red, but the ambulance can go through. But here, I hope my heart's up to snuff for this test. It should be. I had one done a month ago, and then they did a echo, EKG and echo, and the doctor then said it was fine, but they don't want to use one from a month ago because I was taking this chemo, and they said it's hard on the heart, so they want to check me again. Man, excuse me. I don't know why I'm coughing now. So hopefully that's going to be be okay. I don't think I should have a problem. I'm glad I'm off of this stuff because I know it was made my chest feel funny. I was taking the blood thinner. They upped my blood thinner dose because it says it causes blood clots and all this stuff. I'm glad I'm off it. They called me up and said, cut it off because you got to be clear of it before I go to the hospital. It needs to be a couple weeks clear. So the 18th, it should be pretty good because I stopped a few days ago. And that's where we're at. That's right where we're at. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you too. You guys who are interested in that golf thing, I've seen these. They're around. I believe they're around $200. But when it came to the house, I was really amazed. I can't get this damn thing out. It came in this. I mean, it was packaged really nice. I don't know what I'll use this for. I won't put my club, but that's it. It's a Q club, and they had it. Don't mind me, my fingers aren't working out good. They had it in here. You know, it pops open, and it was packaged. They packaged it really nice. That's pretty cool, but I can't wait to get out and try it. I'm serious. I can't wait to get out and smack one with this. Maybe tomorrow we'll try with the wiffle balls. I found them, but I don't know where I put them now. So, that happens to me. Sometimes the kids pick it up. This is actually my third start of a vlog because they got so loud and they kept coming and making a bunch of noise. I got a package came. It was golf tees, and they came in right while I'm in the middle. I'd say, guys, you got to quiet down a little bit. So that was the first one. And then the second one, they were out there just hollering and hooping. Didn't matter that my door was closed. They were just loud. So I had to go tell them to quiet it down. They were excited their first day back to school. I got my sinuses are just dripping. I think that's why I'm coughing so much. But that's where we're at right now. I hope everybody's doing okay. I want to thank everybody for the prayers. I know for a fact they work. And I hope these doctors are correct, that this cancer's pretty much done for. And I am, he said, well, I said, you say it's cleared out of me, but I don't feel any better. Well, in the last few days, I am starting to really feel a lot better. My back is out, but in general, I'm better. I'm not having I couldn't say it was, well, they were poisoning me for one thing. So that made me sick. When I quit that, I got better right away. But the hip's not hurting so bad. And I just feel okay. My skin's still crappy, but I'll get back to working out and crap. And getting my muscles toned back up. Because when I lost the weight, I lost mostly muscle weight. That's what the cancer ate up. And I didn't have any fat on me, so now I got my old granny flaps. I got a built-in wingsuit, guys. I could jump off a mountain and just sail right down, save some money. So I'm going to let you guys go, and this is Rick Shaw out.